respect, responsibility, something higher than just how you feel, her emotions. It is going to be a chaotic ride. That means the words she says mean nothing. And that is one of the worst situations to be in with a woman who only moves on her feelings. If she's not moving on duty, respect, responsibility, something higher than just how you feel, her emotions, it is going to be a chaotic ride. That means the words she says mean nothing. And that is one of the worst situations to be in with a woman who only moves on her feelings. If she's not moving on duty, respect, responsibility, something higher than just how you feel, her emotions, it is going to be a chaotic ride.
Yeah, man. I mean, really, that could be very frustrating. I think for many men, if you're pulling your weight and you're a quality guy, I think really you just want peace and you want to be able to communicate with your woman. And if there's certain different things that needs to get done, no matter how you feel it, day in and day out on a consistent basis, it's got to get done. You communicated that to your spouse or to your girl, longtime girl or whatever. You need to be able to get through. And I think a lot of times when it's to the nitty and gritty, some women just don't react in the way that you need them to react. I think a lot of women don't really want structure. They don't want to have a certain routine, even though, you know, a guy's trying to tell them, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is what's needed for us to get this result. This is what's needed for us to get to this point. They still don't want to listen. I understand if you have ideas of your own, if you got plans of your own that could be implemented into the entire scheme, the entire plan. What we're trying to do, okay, you got a better idea, cool, let's work that in. But a lot of times they don't have a plan of their own. It's just whatever they feel, or, you know, they feel like they should be doing this or feel like they should be doing that. It's just some kind of reason they don't want to, you know, fall into place, which happens, right? You know, sometimes nobody's perfect, and sometimes you need to refocus, recalibrate what's going on and kind of get back on track. That happens to the best of us. But I think being able to communicate to that person, right? Being able to say, hey, you know what? Let's focus. Let's get back on track. Let's do what we're supposed to do. And they're receptive and they're working towards it. It's a beautiful thing. And I think if you're not able to do that, you don't need to be in a relationship. You know, some people go through things, that's to be expected, that's to be understood. But I'm saying on a consistent basis, you know, if you're an adult, you're working through things, you're trying to get better, you have a certain structure, whatever that may be, right? You got kids, you don't got kids, you got a career, or you work at home, or whatever part you have to play in it, whatever duty you're a part of, you're doing it day in and day out, regardless of how you feel. You know, if you need a moment, you need moments, fine, right? You learn about yourself, you realize, okay, this is what I got to do. You keep your agreement tight. None of those things are romantic. None of those things satisfy the tingles, but it's greater for the long run. And I think that's what men are here for, right? To keep you focusing and keep you on the path. If you need that, because some women, you know, need more guidance than others. You know, some guys, you get frustrated, you know, dealing with someone who doesn't want to understand or constantly makes excuses. It's not the way to operate. You know what I'm saying? And you need someone who's consistent. And now if you was to flip that to the other side and a guy says, you know, I don't feel like going to work today. I don't feel like doing my part today. Somebody broke into the house. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like securing the house today on my job or on my shit today. It might happen from time to time, but I'm talking about on a consistent basis, right? You can't just lean back on your feelings and lean back on your emotion. And I think long term, if you're dealing with a partner like that, that can drain you, right? Because you're working double duty. You're working what you got to do, and then you're trying to keep this other person afloat, energy wise and focus wise. You know, and I understand why people are looking for people on a certain level because of that, right? Because you don't want them to bring you down or drain you. So fellas, don't let these girls drain you, man. Don't let these women drain you. Understand that who you're dealing with, get on the same accord, right? Not necessarily everything you say they got to listen to and all of that, and you telling them what to do. I mean, I guess it depends on how you set up, right? What your dynamic is with yourself and your wife. But I'm just saying, like, you know, just from any level, whatever you're trying to do, if it's just so hard to just explain to them and to come to a common ground, then usually they're just, squirmy. They're trying to get in and out of accountability. That's really what it comes down to. Like,
she gonna appreciate you. You got to go where you celebrate and not where you tolerate.
You fucking right.
Just make sure you pick somebody who down with you.
Yeah.
And that's really the key. Because somebody who down with you ain't gonna hang you if it go bad. You know who down with you. Everybody in here. If you around somebody that's down with you, you know it. That's the person that you have patience with and you gamble with. If they not down with you, don't mess with them.
Seriously.
Just make sure
You guys got to stop chasing women, man. It's an imbalance to chase a woman who you are supposed to take care of financially. It's like, how? Like, you're supposed to chase a woman and chase after her while she dealing with other people, and you're supposed to chase after her to take care of her. Like, you the one that got to come out the pocket, the resources, and provide and protect, and you chasing. Why are you chasing after somebody to do that? Like, you supposed to be chasing me because it ain't that many of me. It's a whole bunch of yous. You guys got to stop chasing women.
Whole bunch of yous. Really? Yo, goddamn, man.
I don't really do that on the first date.
Oh, man. I have to drop you right here, man. No beat, no eat.
All right.
No beat, no weed.
Have a good one.
Oh, wow. My man said, no beat, no eat. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Man, they out here like that, boy. That's cutthroat. Hey, whatever system you got, whatever process you got to filter out who you not looking for, I guess that works. You know what I mean? And that's not necessarily my style, but, hey, I can dig it, right? I feel like as soon as you get to the point, the better. What you're looking for, to me, that's part of not chasing too, right? It's seeing who's down for what you're looking for. Some people are just a chameleon, and they gonna try to be what they think you want as long as they can get the time with you. To me, it's like, I never did that. I was just all about trying to get to the point of, what I wanted. It might have just been like, I just wanted to kick it. We wanted to have fun. A lot of times you want to probably speak and interact with the person, FaceTime, talk to them over the phone, and fill each other out before you go on the date. You could be clear on what you're looking for. You could be clear on, okay, hey, after the date, what we're going to get into, you know what I'm saying? And kind of, let them know like what you're looking for. And if they're not going to give you what you're looking for, then you can make a decision from there. Some guys, it's not that big of a deal to smash on the first date. Some guys it is. So again, you got to get with women that would be willing to do that. For me, it was just getting to know the person. Don't mean I got to spend a ton of money to do that, but we have a good time and we go from there. But I wouldn't necessarily be as cutthroat as this guy. It has gotten to this point for a lot of guys. They just like, what, let me go ahead and just let it be known. This is what I'm trying to do. And hey, if you're not down for that, let me go ahead and skip and get to the next. So like I said, you can't blame them. It's either you want the real or you don't. It's a new day. I'm just glad to see a lot of men sharpening up and raising their standards and sticking to it. I really enjoy these sessions. Shout out to my peoples, man. I've been getting a lot of emails, been getting a lot of contacts, and it's been nothing but love, man. I really appreciate it. You got any suggestions on what I should react to or some of the topics that you like to discuss? Go ahead and email them to me. Check my description on my about page on my channel, Reelspicy. Bang on that like button. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you tuning in. We got more in store. But until next time, be easy. Like that. Gone.